we have here a 2014 Polaris Ranger 900 XP Special Edition, limited, whatever, I don't even know what it is, but it's the special limited edition model. It has the center console in the middle, which I don't think I've ever seen another Polaris Ranger with that. They usually always have the bench seat. This one has the individual buckets, which is pretty cool. This one came in super dirty. I mean, heavily abused. I mean, so much mud caked on it and just filth and twigs and sticks. And I mean, it looked like it had been neglected for many years. But we took it in, power washed everything, sanded everything down, cleaned the undercarriage. It does have a few scratches on it here, but the latches were broken, so we fixed the latches there. Fixed the latch on this side. We ended up just drilling through, putting a bolts all the way through with lock nuts, and then we're going to put little pull tabs right here that they're supposed to be here tomorrow. I ordered them in from Amazon actually, and that way when you get in, you just simply pull the latch and it'll open it right up. But before, what was happening is when you would go to shut the door, the whole entire latch was coming off the mechanism and the door would just flop around. Now it closes with one finger and perfectly centered. So that's that. The other thing is we changed out the headlights. So we got rid of those silly halogen lights that were just terrible halogen lights. And we put in these high-powered LEDs. So this has 6,000 KLM Vapor LED lights. And it is so much better. You see my reflection in the light up ahead there, but they are insanely bright. That's just low beam. When you put on the high beams, you can see what I mean. They're ridiculously bright. And then just to further add for some off-road effect, went ahead and added a third LED light bar down here in the center. So now you have full LED lights, upper, lower, and just so much better for driving on nighttime trails and things like that. A couple of other things that we did. The customer was complaining that they were having a real hard time hearing the sound system, and it had these silly West Coast Customs lame ass speakers in there, down there on the bottom, and it was going through the stock Polaris stereo. And we were going to put like JL audio speakers in and an amp and a sub and all that kind of stuff, but there's just not a lot of room in these. So we went ahead and wired up one of these 500 watt sound bars, and it absolutely cranks. I mean, I'm surprised at how good the sound is, but I don't want the Bluetooth to kick on right now because it'll kick off this video. But when this connects, it is loud. It's like right in your face. Has really good bass and mids and highs and all that kind of stuff. So super impressed with the sound bar. We just did a full four-wheel alignment on it, new air filter, new oil filter. We put on brand new tires. So we did 26 9/12s up front, and we did the 26 11 12s in the rear. You still see the nipples on the tires, just brand new. We also, because of the sound system, the customer likes to this customer that owns this thing has numerous acres in San Diego and likes to drive around the property and crank his music, and he'll sit there and overlook the view and just hang out. And that stereo may be on for hours at a time without the car or the thing being driven. So to aid that, we went ahead and wired up a battery tender, and the battery tender is hooked up on a like a regular GEM car style charge port. So you literally just plug an extension cord right into the side here, and that goes through and into a battery tender, which then charges the battery on the car. So that way, if you're running, the LED lights, you're running the sound system, and let's say you let the stereo play for 3 or 4 hours, and then you're only driving a short distance to get back to your property or your house or whatever, that alternator doesn't have a lot of time to charge that battery back up. So adding that charge port, and the way that we did it, it looks factory, so it just looks like part of the car. You just plug it in, and that'll charge your battery up, and then the next day you got a fully, topped off battery. There was also a lot of broken things in here. This was busted off. there was a lot of, I mean, everything was just caked brown with mud and grime. We did all the fluid. You can still see some of the mud and dirt down there, but the whole thing looked like that. So we really, our detailer did a hell of a job on this one. If you would have seen the before and now you see the after, I mean, it literally looks like it's never been driven. Everything on it is just clean as a whistle. So our detailer did a hell of a job cleaning this one up. We ran the wire for the power and the sound bar all through here like factory, and then we kind of ran it down the side of the frame and then dialed it up there and went up to the main power fuse block. This one has the split fold windshield. I'm trying to think what else. One thing that's a little silly is when you turn on this sound bar, it immediately just starts to display LED lights all over the sound bar. But there's a remote control, so once you turn on the sound bar, you take the remote control and you just hit the sync button on the top here, and it just stops the LEDs from blinking like that. I think I mentioned we did an alignment. Can't really think of anything else. Just literally, if you saw this thing before and you see it now, it's like a new unit. I mean, it really does look brand new. It has 3,800 miles, I think it is. But you wouldn't think it has that many miles now after looking at it. But all the bushings are tight. Everything is dialed in. And yeah. It's a sweet little Ranger. It's a 900 XP Limited. And I did some research on this when I was trying to order parts for it. And like I said, I have never seen another one that has the console like that. Pretty much all Polaris Rangers that I've seen have a bucket or a bench seat right here and do not have the buckets like this. So I think the owner specifically ordered it this way. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Anyways, that's the little explanation on this one. This one's heading back to San Diego to the owner's residence, where it'll be spending the rest of its life on a 10-acre ranch, just kind of cruising around overlooking the city. And the owner can enjoy it for years to come.